Hello, everyone. Today we're going over section 4.6 formulas, solving for a specific variable. In this video, we'll go over problem number 4 and problem number 5. In problem number 4, the body fat percentage from the YMCA calculates that men's body fat percentage P using this formula. P equals negative 98.42 plus 4.15 C minus 0.082 W, all divided by W, where C is the waist measurement in inches and W is the weight in pounds. Solve for W. Like I said, this section is really exciting because we're using formulas in the real world. And when you're working with formulas, sometimes you want to know one variable or sometimes you want to know another. And so it's good to know how to manipulate these variables and solve for the variable you care about at the moment. We want to solve for W, but one's in the numerator, one's in the denominator. What a mess. What do I do? So step 1 is multiply both sides by that lowest common denominator to clear the fractions. Notice this is just P over 1, so I just multiply everything by W. Let's see what we get. PW equals negative 98 and 42 hundredths plus 4 and 15 hundredths C minus 82 thousandths W. Notice the W is divided to 1 here, and so we just copy what we had in the numerator. Now we want to solve for W. And so we need to add this W to the other side. So I have PW plus 0.082 W. And then that will equal what's left on the other side. So negative 98.42 plus 4.15 C. All we really care about is getting W alone. Get all the pieces with W to one side, then factor out the W and divide. So let's factor out a W, and I'm left with P plus 0.082. And then I just divide both sides by that, and I'm done. So the answer to problem number 4 is W equals negative 98.42 plus 4.15 C divided by P plus 0.082. And that's it. Seems complicated because the real world has complex numbers, but the process is the same. Clear the fractions, get all the pieces with the variable you want on one side, factor that variable out, and divide. Let's try problem number 5. The average speed, so the formula is V equals D2 minus D1 over T2 minus T1, gives an object's average speed, V, when the object has traveled D1 miles in T1 hours and D2 miles in T2 hours. How do I solve for T1? Same process. I notice the T1 is here. It's kind of being subtracted in the denominator. That makes it messy. But we got this. Multiply both sides by the common denominator, so that would be T2 minus T1. And then see where we go from there. Let's multiply through. So the left side is V times T2 minus T1, and then the right side equals D2 minus D1. Now I need to solve for T1, and I have this V in the way. How do I get rid of the V? Divide. T2 minus T1 equals D2 minus D1 over V. And now I need T1 alone, so I can subtract the T2. So negative T1 equals D2 minus D1 over V, and then subtract the T2. And now I just divide by negative 1. So change all the signs. So T1 equals negative, and then D2 minus D1 over V. So if you just leave the negative on the outside, you should be fine. And then minus, now I'm changing all the signs. So I divide by negative here and I change both of those signs. So now plus T2. And that's it. You've solved for T1. Now, essentially, you could get a common denominator of V and combine everything so it's just one fraction, but this is fine. You just want T1 alone. So clear the fractions by multiplying by the LCD. We divided by v so we could have t1 alone, and then move the t2 over by subtracting, and then divide both sides by a negative, which means change the signs on the right. And then you're set. So that's problem number 5. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day.